Am I a shoplifter? I think I'm a shoplifter. We're gonna save some money and cut some corners. I wanna get my fridge cleaned out, so I need to get things prepared for the freezer that are in the fridge. I'm gonna share some recipes too. I'm also gonna share with you how well we did in April with our grocery budget. Am I a shoplifter? What went down in Sam's Club? Are you ready? Aprons on, let's go. Okay, we are in the fridge. I do have a pound of ground beef left over from my homemade TV dinner video. If you haven't seen that yet, link is below. And from that video, which I literally filmed not yesterday, but the day before, some mashed potatoes. Warm them up, cream them up on the stove, and I'm gonna make a shepherd's pie. I'm gonna go head into my extended pantry. I'm gonna go shop my shelves. I need a can of tomato soup, cut green beans, and whole kernel corn. I need some onion, and I do have this much onion left in my fridge to use up, so we're gonna use whatever this amounts to. I'm gonna make the shepherd's pie as a freezer meal. Okay, I'm gonna start to brown up the ground beef. I'm gonna add the onion, salt, pepper, and let's do some garlic powder. As this browns up and cooks together, let's get these mashed potatoes heated through. It's just hard to put these on the meal in just clumps. Like, I want them creamy, so we're gonna heat these up. I just took some salted butter out of my freezer. I'm gonna drop that down in there. I'm also going to add some milk to this. Potatoes are warming up. Butter is starting to melt. I'm even going to salt these some more. I'm going to add some more milk. I'm doing this low and slow because I don't want to scald the bottom. That won't be good. The mashed potatoes are done and they're good. Can you hear that? My neighbor was out chopping down this big tree in his yard. It's been quiet today. And as soon as I started filming, I look out the window. Now he has a big wood chipper. He's just wood chipping away. He's doing his thing again. I'm doing my thing again. But he's making me really nervous watching him. Cause like he's really getting close, like shoving, I don't know. He's making me very nervous. It reminds me, I don't know what movie it's from. And they're like, if you were gonna kill me, how would you kill me?
Wood chipper.
A wood chipper?
Yeah.
A wood chipper?
Yeah.
Wow.
Please be careful. Got a paper towel here. Absorb all that grease. I am going to add my can of tomato soup and my can of drained corn and drained cut green beans. Yeah, we're just gonna mix this together. I'm gonna add some salt. I'm gonna add my mixture to my pan, spread this out, and then add the potatoes on. Oh yeah, that looks good. I'm gonna salt and pepper the top. You could even sprinkle this with cheese if you want. Okay, I'm just gonna add the cover on. I'm gonna let this cool down though before we put it in the freezer. All right, I'm gonna take these leftover mashed potatoes, get them in this freezable container and pop it in the freezer. This will go into meal rotation. That is a perfect amount for one night of dinner. So Derek's not gonna be home till late tonight, but I am heating the kids up the last of the leftover cheeseburger soup that we made the other day. So the kids are gonna split this. So let me share with you this recipe. You'll need a pound of ground beef. I'm gonna brown this up. And while that's browning up, I'm gonna chop up some potatoes. I'm gonna do around 3 cups worth. I have other recipes of this soup that don't call for potatoes. Either way, it's delicious. Now I'm chopping up 1 white onion, around 3/4 a cup. Derek's helping me out, getting the grease out of the pan. Thanks, Mr. Toodles.
You're welcome, Mama.
What happened?
Grease in the eye.
Popped at you?
It popped me.
Ouch.
I do it because I love you.
It's dangerous helping me. We need to put some celery in here, and I am dicing up 1 cup of celery. And we're adding in shredded carrots. You can dice up some carrots, but I really love this recipe shredded. I have some different recipes that say like 3 large carrots or 3/4 cup shredded carrots. I just seriously eyeball this. We like to put carrot in it, but like not a ton. Now let's add our herbs and seasonings in. I'm using a teaspoon of dried parsley, basil, and salt. And about 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Now we're gonna add our chicken stock or broth in. And you can use anywhere from 3 to 4 cups. I'm gonna mix this up, get it simmering away. But I'm gonna leave it here for Derek because I need to take my youngest daughter to a dentist appointment. He's gonna continue to cook dinner for us. All right, we're about to leave. And look, I almost lifted this. That's how I got the name. She's in her apron. Sheesh.
All right, well, I'm supposed to finish this, so let's see how bad I screw this up. I am cooking this until the potatoes are soft, which they are soft. So now I get to pour the cooked ground beef into the mix. Boink. Get the hamburger all mixed back in here. Kimmy left me notes, and I'm looking at the notes, and I don't really know what to do. Something about whisk it in some flour with some butter, cook until golden brown and bubbly, add in some milk, salt and pepper, and then put that mixture in with everything. Interesting. Well, let's see what happens. Going for this next part. 3 tablespoons of butter. Get ourselves 3 tablespoons here. Slice it up so it'll melt faster. We're gonna put in 2 tablespoons of flour and whisk this around until it's brown and bubbly. No idea if I'm doing this right, but we'll see. Golden, oh, I guess it's golden brown, but it get a little bit more bubbly while I get the milk. Good old 2% milk, 1 cup, 2 cups of milk. Whisk this together. Half a teaspoon of salt. More pepper than it asks for because I like it and Kimmy's not here. All right, now we're going to pour it into the other mixture. All right, then we just mix it up. All right, I'm gonna let that heat up again so we can put it at get it on a low simmer. All right, so it said to get some, about 2 cups of shredded cheese. So I'm gonna start adding in to the soup. Now we're gonna cover it and let her cook on low for about 20 minutes. Keep an eye on it though, since it's in the pot, not the crock pot. I know my hands aren't as pretty as Kimmy's. I just don't have the nails and my voice isn't the same. Hopefully she's doing a voiceover instead.
I am home now. He added the cheese. Now I'm just gonna stir it so it melts. Oh my gosh. There you have it, cheeseburger soup. You can make this on the stovetop or in your slow cooker. Recipe is linked below. The other night we had rice pilaf and we have 2 of these containers for leftovers. I am gonna put one right in the freezer and we can add that into our meal rotation. Here's the recipe for the rice pilaf. I need 2 cups of white rice. I'm using jasmine, and then rinse off the rice. I am dicing up some celery and some onion. I don't measure this, so I usually do mushrooms in this as well. I am doubling this rice pilaf because my kids love it so much. To this, I'm gonna mince a clove of garlic. Heat up your pan, and we're gonna add, since I'm doubling this, a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of shortening. Melt this down. I'm gonna need a cup of orzo. All right, we're gonna go brown this up in our pan. So your butter was nice and melted, and then add your cup of orzo. You're gonna keep a close eye on this. This will brown up quick. You're just getting it toasty, nice and light brown. While it's starting to do that, I'm gonna hurry and open my cans of chicken broth. I'm gonna need 4.5 cups. Oh, it's starting to brown up. It looks really pretty. Now that I got it to the color that I want, I'm gonna hit it with my 4.5 cups of chicken broth. I'm gonna add in my veggies, and then I'm gonna hit it with my rice. You can salt and pepper it if you want. Easy with the salt because depending on the chicken stock or broth you used, you might be okay. I'm gonna bring this to a boil and then bring it to a low and let it simmer for 20 minutes. Now I'm fluffing up my pilaf. To see the full video with the rice pilaf and this yummy salmon, I'll leave the link for you down below. So our Swedish meatball recipe I made the other night, this is what's left. This is going in the freezer. This will make 2 servings for somebody. Here's how I put together a really quick Swedish meatball recipe. So in a pan, I'm gonna saute up some vegetables. I had half an onion in my refrigerator that I chopped up, half of a green pepper, 1 stalk celery, and I chopped up a couple of baby bella mushrooms. They're just sauteing up in some olive oil. Once they cook up for a couple of minutes, I'm gonna add in 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup and 1 can of cream of celery. mix that all together. And then we're gonna add in some beef broth. I might not end up using the whole can, but I end up using about half of it. I just kind of see how the thickness goes with my sauce. I just want it at a certain point. And this is to your liking. You can have a thin sauce, you can have a thicker sauce. And for my IKEA, I had to grab their meatballs. They're so good. And we are going to add in this whole bag, and it's about 35 ounces. I'm gonna add a little dollop or two of sour cream. I salt and peppered this, but it needs a little oomph. So I'm gonna mince up about 4 cloves of garlic. While that's simmering away, I have a pot of water boiling, and we're gonna cook up some wide egg noodles. Once the noodles are done, I drained them and added the meatball mixture into the pot of noodles. Give that a good mix, and dinner is done. Okay, let's jump into 2 of the grocery hauls I was able to film for you for this month. Okay, here is my grocery haul from Macy's. Again, gotta have my Josefina, and they're always there. So 2 bags of those chips. And I looked at the date, and most of the chips on the shelf said April 9th. Well, that's just in a few days, but I was able to find May 21st, so I grabbed 2 of those. I was shocked by the Grandma Sycamore's homemade bread. They were asking like $1.99 a loaf. What? Couldn't believe it. They're usually a very expensive bread. So I grabbed 4. We're gonna have this one, and I'm gonna put these 3 in the backup in the freezer for when it's like this. I don't have time to make bread, and we need bread now for like school sandwiches, you know. They have the 6-ounce blueberries, 2 for $4, so I got that, and then grabbed a pound of strawberries. That was a great price, $2.99. We were out of Q-tips and or cotton swabs, whatever you want to call them, so I grabbed a box of those. They're medium salsa, yum, and it doesn't look like they have a ton of cilantro in theirs versus the market I like to get back where we used to live. So I bought some cilantro to chop up and add more to, and we have tacos on the menu this week, I believe. I grabbed some mild white cheddar cheese slices. This was cheaper than buying it at the deli area for the cheese slices, and this was the cheapest for white American cheese. And I grabbed 1 loaf of hamburger buns because we still have a few frozen patties out in the freezers. And then I needed cream cheese, and theirs was actually cheaper than Walmart, so I grabbed 2 bars, their store brand. And I'm gonna use half of a bar tonight with our dinner because I have Italian chicken in the slow cooker right now. And then I just ran out of all my dill relish, and I just made deviled eggs again last night for our family dinner, so I need more relish. I used up like half of a ricotta cheese in my fridge, so I bought another one so I can make 2 more meals and throw 1 in the freezer. And cottage cheese to go with our fruit. I wanted Alfredo for a couple of freezer meals that I'm doing, and I don't have any on my shelf, and the Prego homestyle Alfredo was on sale, and it was cheaper than any bottle of Alfredo that was on the shelves. So some really good deals at Macy's today, quite surprising. The salsa was marked $1 off. I scored even there as well. So this is the first haul of April. I'm here at Sam's Club. I really want to wear my coat inside the store, but I had a chocolate eclair with our lunch. I had my coat on my lap. I am like the messiest eater, you guys, and the chocolate is on it. It looks like poop. There's a couple of spots. And then I was looking at my shirt, and there's some right here, and then a little dot right here. I'm like, where else do I have chocolate? Oh my gosh, I'm like a child when I eat. I don't know what my problem is. You wanna go to Sam's Club? Of course you do. Everybody likes Sam's Club. So they have these Italian ices. It's like getting an Otter Pop, but they're thick. My daughter and her husband are addicted to them, and we had them at their house for Easter, and they're really good. There's lemon, orange cream, kiwi watermelon, blue raspberry, strawberry, and berry lemonade. So I'm gonna grab a box. I am gonna get the Mike and Ike's. I haven't had Mike and Ike's in a while. They're like my favorite go-to candy. Are they bad for you? Oh yes. $7.98. Yes, you guys, finally, green peppers. There's 6 in here. The bag is for $3.45. That makes them 57 cents a piece. You guys, that is so much cheaper than the regular grocery store. Okay, I noticed when I made my March grocery haul video that I never scanned the ballpark franks when I bought them, and they were on sale. See how it says $9.78 right now? Yeah, I got them for like 5 something. So when I went to go put the price in, making the video for you, I noticed I never scanned them. I'm going to scan right now the ballpark franks and buy them and not put them in my cart, so I can live with myself and not be a shoplifter. Was it an honest mistake? Yes. But I noticed I've done that a couple of times, not often, but there's been probably 3 times I noticed I've done that, and I'll come back in, scan it, and pay for it. I'm gonna continue to share with you what I added into my cart. as I loaded into my car. I grabbed the Members Mark, which is Sam's Club's Ultra Paper plates, the lunch plates, and the dinner plates. A box of the Members Mark distilled white vinegar has 2 gallons in there. The Members Mark tall kitchen drawstring trash bags, 200 count, and the Members Mark ultra soft 3-ply facial tissues, and there are 12 boxes of tissues, 2 packages of the Members Mark uncured Black Forest ham sliced, a 32-ounce bottle of the Lighthouse Homestyle Ranch dressing, some boneless, skinless chicken thighs for $2.98 a pound, 24 ounces of Baby Bella mushrooms, and a 3-count of seedless English cucumbers. And that is my Sam's Club haul for April. So we had other hauls this month that I didn't share with you. I ran into Costco really quick, grabbed 2 bags of potatoes and some fruit leather strips. We went to Walmart a couple of times, Smith's, back to Costco another time for the prom dinner. We bought desserts and some backup things for that. I shared all that with you in a video. I'll leave it down below. It was our dinner party video. So for the month of April, we spent $576.87, and what was left was $223.13. So when I have quite a big left over from our grocery budget like that, I'll roll it into, buying things in bulk. But Derek and I used it for dinners at a conference that we recently went to in April. So that paid for our dinners. So our monthly grocery budget is $800 to $1,000. It depends on the month of the year. We end up spending a little bit more depending on what's going on. We use that for the extra for birthdays or holidays, or if there's a sale that I go to where I buy in bulk for our food storage. Need dinner fast? Well, click on this video here where I share with you how to take your favorite go-to meals and turn them into TV dinners. I'll meet you over there. Thanks for joining me. Bye.